Well, I was at City for a couple of years.
Because not many people know that.
No, I was at City from 11 to 13, and basically the team that I played for, my local team, the manager was a Man City scout, so he picked 2 or 3, or recommended 2 or 3 players from our Sunday League team to go down and train with City. But I'd always been a United fan, and I played for Salford Boys. Salford Boys played at Lower Broughton Road, right next to the Cliff training ground where obviously United trained. So Sir Alex had heard about me, come down, watch me play, and yeah, I remember the game, and I'm looking over to the side, and there's Sir Alex and Brian Kidd, and it's a bit surreal really. And then I'm walking off the pitch. Sir Alex is talking to my mum, and I'm thinking, what are they talking about? And then my mum come over, listen, they want you to go down and train with United next week.
What was that like?
Well, even though training at City was great because they always looked after me, it was great facilities, but I was always a United fan. So for that opportunity, it was amazing. And same as when you get into the first team, it was a case of, right now, here's my chance, make sure you take it.
And what was that like, the first game you played, the first time Sir Alex said to you, you're in, you're on?
Yeah, that happened quite quickly. I'd been in the squad. I remember I was Sheffield United away, and I was sharing a room with Darren Ferguson. And it was between me and him, really, who was going to be subs. It was 2 subs back in them day. And Darren got the nod. The next week, because we had a lot of injuries at the time, I was sub against Everton. And it happened quite quickly. Dennis Irwin got injured. I come on. So that really was a bit of a blur. The real standout moment was when I made my full debut, and Sir Alex is naming the team, and he starts with a goalkeeper, right back, back 4, goes across the midfield, and of course left wing was last. And he goes, Ryan, you play on the left. And that, I can still hear him saying it. That was like, because I wasn't even sure I'd be sub. So then when I heard my name, I was sort of like, not listening really. And did he just say my name then? Yeah, you're playing, yeah. And then, like, I remember, I never really got nervous playing, but that was the most nervous I'd ever been. Started getting sweaty palms, and but that was the real standout moment when he said that, Ryan, you'll play on the left.
How did that go?
Went okay. No, of course it was a big game. It was against Man City. Like I've just said, I was there for a couple of years, and got accredited with the goal, which nowadays no chance would I have got given that goal. But yeah, I ran across the near post. I remember Brian McClare whipping a ball across. I got across the near post, sort of stuck my leg out. Colin Hendry, I think it hit last, went in the goal. And I remember coming in afterwards and Sir Alex saying, did you get a touch? I went, He says, you got a touch and you're claiming the goal. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that was it, 1-0 against City, and yeah, I scored the goal.
Try and put into words, not just in football, but in life, the role he's had with you, because it's very, very unusual to talk to a player who's only ever played for one club manager.
You know, I met him when I was 13, and, you know, finished playing under him when I was 39. That's 26 years. And he knew me inside out, you know, how to get the best of me. I remember one time we were playing a quarter-final against Chelsea, Champions League, and he come up to me in training. We were still actually training. He used to do that all the time. It was like a game, and he used to just come up to me and try to train it. He goes, I'm going to play you against Chelsea. I'm going to play you against Michael Ballack, centre midfield, and I want you to run at him. So I was like, late 30s, mid to late 30s, so I'm buzzing. Quarter-final of the Champions League. Then it struck me, that's in 3 weeks' time. Like, Gaffer, am I not playing before then? Just get yourself ready for that game. And that was like, he had that trust in me, and I obviously had that trust in him as well. So he had that great way of, even though you won't be playing for the next 2.5 weeks, selling it to you and getting yourself ready, and he knew that he could trust me. To more often than not come up with the goods. But no, both on and off the pitch, just huge in my life. You know, the biggest influence on my career without a doubt.
How many hairdryers did you get?
I got a few, yeah. I made a mistake when I was younger. He gave me a hairdryer when I was about 14, 15, absolutely battered me. Come down at half time, moved Eric Harrison out the way. Eric Harrison was already telling me off. Moved Eric out the way and then just went for me. And I made a massive mistake of going out the second half, proving him wrong, scoring 2 goals. So now, for the next 25 years, he knew how to get a reaction off me. So, yeah, whenever I wasn't pulling my weight, yeah, he would give it me.
How do you look back on Barcelona?
Didn't play well. Obviously went down down 1-0 to a free kick and never really played. Just never turned up. Pete turned up. You know, he kept us in it with some saves, a bit of luck from the crossbar. But I think we always had that belief that we would get one chance. We always believed that. We always, even if it was 1-0, 2 minutes to go, the board would go up, say 2 minutes. We always felt we would get one chance. So it was about taking that chance. And then what I thought after scoring that first goal, right, let's get them into extra time.
That was the thought, was it?
That was the thought. Right, we'll beat these in extra time. That was the instant thought, and then it was just a blur. You know, then we get another corner, and yeah, it was just a fantastic 2 or 3 minutes. But players coming off the bench, that belief, that little bit of luck that you always need, and yeah, we were treble winners.
When that whistle went, have you had a bigger adrenaline rush in football?
Only time I've cried on a football pitch. The only time. And you know, I grew up watching cup finals and seeing players, tears, and why are you crying? You should be happy. I just couldn't stop the emotion. I just fell to my knees and just felt myself welling up. And it's the first and only time I've ever cried on a football pitch. So that just shows you just that 10 days, what it meant, that whole season, that game, that it was just too much emotionally.
Do you, I wonder, look at somebody like Frank Lampard, who's got the opportunity, a legend going back to the club, do you think, I'd still like to do that one day? You've had the 4 games, you've had 2 years with Louis van Gaal. Is that still a burning ambition?
Not really, no. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but it's not.
If the invitation comes, you don't say no to manage United? That's what Frank said, he couldn't say no to Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm not too sure. I mean, I've got a brilliant job with Wales, and if that was going to be my last job, then I'd be happy. But you never know. But I haven't got a burning desire to do it. Perhaps before the Wales job, that might have been different. But no, I haven't really. When
you look at City and you look at Liverpool at the moment and where United are, is there a worry there could be a period for United where they're not challenging and winning leagues again?
Well, Ollie's got the added sort of difficult situation where he's come into a league and into a club where you have so many fantastic coaches, world-class coaches. You know, Pep, Klopp, Pochettino. You know, top managers. So, yeah, you would think if Guardiola and Klopp do a Ferguson and hang around for 15, 20 years, it's going to be difficult for any team to sort of compete with the 2 clubs that they're at and the coaching ability that they've got. But no, I always believe that, you know, it goes in cycles. You just have to do the right things, you know. Like I said, he's changing the culture. You have to have the culture. Manchester United recognise what a Man United player is. And, yeah, your time will come.